We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Washington Commanders. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that one will... Bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, Howell. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a 2nd consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. Howell's going to throw it. Oh, Del Beckham Jr. with a diving grab. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now they go play action with Howell. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr., his third touchdown now on the year. And the Commanders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He'll return it from the 6. $13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
On 2nd and 10, Howell launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big pickup of 38.
And that was a high degree of difficulty on that one, but to me, it goes back to fundamentals and determination. High point the football and declare it yours.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Howell throwing on first down here. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. He completes it to Beckham. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Ty Johnson, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Out of the gun, Hill. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it. And the Commanders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Second down throw for Howell. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Howell looking to throw again. Flush to his right. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, They're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Howell, he'll look to throw it. Screen play, Johnson. Touchdown, Washington. Ty Johnson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Slot man moves right. Play fake. Hill. And Thomas has it. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. In motion left is Thomas. Throwing on 3rd down. Hill. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
First down, Howell to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, Nick.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Thomas, the man in motion left. To try again after the sack. Hill.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
But these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. To throw on 2nd and 10. Powell. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Commanders continue to pull away here in this first half. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
There's Chris Olave. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 25 yards that time.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Saints.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. The kick by Lutz is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. One last shot before the break. Howell. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On second down, Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature.
He's got a man complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Pardon, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
2nd and 10, Howell.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he finds McLaurin. And some room to roam now. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On first down, it's Hill. Olave over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 74 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Hill now operating from the red zone. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And they'll get him down right around the 16. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Jacobs. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Desperation time on 4th for Hill. Being chased out left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass from the 5 falls incomplete.
And Washington is able to come up with a goal line stand. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. Odell Beckham Jr., the 40, past the 20, 10, touchdown, Washington. Odell Beckham, 95 yards.
And the Commanders add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Play action. It's Hill. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Hill now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Howell down to throw it. And his throw is incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, it's Howell. Eluding the pressure right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And who's got it? The defense does. They recover it in the end zone. That'll be a touchback, and the scoring opportunity turned away. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their own 20-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Howell throws to his man on the out route. It's complete. That's Robinson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. With that last completion, CDs now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
Howell tried to pick it up on 3rd. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 2nd and 10, Hill. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Hill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Hill looks to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of it.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football.
And now here is another interception.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think